So guys, welcome to School Live. In this live, we are going to build an LLM with just a single prompt, and I'm gonna help you all. If you have any issues, you get stuck, just ask in the chat. We're gonna help everybody one-on-one. And we will also set up autonomous AI research by this DeepSeek researcher. So let's begin. I will leave this URL to the prompt below the video. So this is the prompt. If you just go ahead, you just give this URL to your AI agent, Claude Code, Codex, tell it to follow the prompt. It's gonna build the entire large language model with all of the data and everything. So it's going to fully set up optimizers, architecture, training, data, download, everything. So the finished repository is going to be like this, and maybe it's going to take like 5 minutes. So this is my LLM research kit, and I'm not going to run it this time, I think, or we can just run it if you want. So you can tell me if you want me to run this, but if you just copy this, I already tested it, copy this, and that's going to build the whole LLM. So besides that, we also, after we build that LLM, we want to look at the Autoresearch by the DeepSeek researcher. So here, if you just jump to the skill, this skill.md, I'm gonna leave it here. You can just click this copy button, or you can even give this URL to your agent again and tell it to set this skill up to install this skill. So I guess I'm gonna first explain all of this, and then I'm gonna look at the messages, and then I'm gonna help you out in the second part. And then this part, I'm gonna publish this part, and I'm not gonna publish the second part because it's not so important. People will not watch the second part. So second part of the live is gonna be just a one-on-one help. If you have any issues and we need to build this together. So as I said, you will just copy that prompt, give it to your AI agent. And then here you will also tell it to install this skill. Now let's go through the skills. So this is skill by DeepSeek researcher, although this is his personal project. So here he did research, and he did research on how to create autonomous AI research agent and stuff. So I think it's very valuable to learn to understand this skill MD, how it works and how Autoresearch works here, because you will probably be modifying this or building your own version. So when you tell the AI agent to do autonomous AI research, and by the way, this skill works for building any kind of system. It's not just AI research. This works for software engineering, for everything. So there are some issues that autonomously running agents encounter. And let me start here. Where is it? Okay, so there are 3 failure modes. We can start from this. So cognitive loop is when it starts looping some text or starts looping just one idea. For example, it's doing auto research, but it's just trying to ablate learning rate. It's not trying any new ideas, new architecture, just one architecture. After that, there is stalling. So this is just like when agent decides to like stop. It says I finished the task, but instead of continuing, we want it to just continue, permanently do this. But stalling is when it just like says like, okay, this is the summary, I did the task. And runtime fragility is literally when your app or terminal crashes, or something happens with the terminal, with the Codex app, with the Claude Code app, etc. Okay, so those are the issues we need to deal with. Okay, so these are the behavioral constraints. So we don't want any interaction. We just want to let it run, and it should like loop, loop, loop run without asking us for questions, for feedback, for advice. Just let it go. Don't ask, so should I submit? Like it should not ask, should I submit? As soon as it's ready, it needs to like go execute. And create some memory, some files. So we're gonna see the file structure later. And then it's important that there are workers that work independently, each having its own context window, so context window don't get polluted. When LLM agent has a clean context window, it works better. And we're gonna be setting all of this up, by the way. You can send any questions you have in the chat. I'm gonna be answering them soon. So there is Guardian that's gonna check if the workers are working, if the workers are stalling or erroring out, crashing, looping. And of course, guardians also need to have their own guardians. So here we can see like three-way setup where there is like guardian, 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 or worker, guardian, guardian, like three agents checking each other in a circle. You can maybe do it with two as well. Maybe it's a bit more fragile. Okay, let me see here. The way it's going to work, this is the file system. So there are tasks. Orchestrator, the boss agent, is going to create tasks, and each task is going to have state and logs folder. So task milestones, success criteria, status, stale count, all of the findings of the task. It's just append only. Directions tried, so we don't. So this ensures diversity, but this is not so important. So you can like. This is just to ensure. So orchestrator JSON L. So in logs, it's just logging the current status, like what's going on, decisions, which agents are working, what is orchestrator doing, etc. Okay, and then how do we deal with issues? So we can have multiple agents. One fires every hour, one fires all the time watching, one is like some other type of session or schedule, and they just check what's going on, if anything has stalled, if anything needs to some nudge or push. So these are some hard-coded rules, like every 2 hours check this, check if it's stalled, etc. You can change this later, or you can just leave it as default. I recommend leaving it as default right now. Here are some design patterns. So we have, everything must be goal driven. It has a specific goal, finish criteria. Parallel exploration, if you want to launch multiple sub-agents that are independent, solving independent problems for faster exploration. Then we have some setup around experiments like auto-diagnose errors, fix, resubmit, and verification, quality assurance. Here, this is a list of engineering constraints. So not to bore you with too many details, this is not so important, I guess. Just get the general idea. And he was writing 3 papers with these agents. I also wrote 1 paper. It's very good at literature review. Now, you cannot just write a paper with this one. This agent is good for some things, it's not good for others. And then, I guess this is the whole skill that you would copy, or just copy the link and tell your agent to install it as a skill. So everything I explained is actually included here in the motivation, starting from the cognitive, the errors, behavior constraints. Orchestrator is like the main boss agent. You can actually check all of this. So the files, structure. I guess everything we explained is just a big prompt here, and then that's going to be the whole system. So let me also show you this presentation. So this is the whole thing that I just explained. So first you're going to build the LLM, and I showed you LLM already maybe, but this is the repository you will get after the LLM. Now, if there are any like mistakes or issues, you can just go to my own repository here and copy the URL, give it to AI, tell it to look at this as reference and fix mistakes. If you're interested in learning more about like LLM, coding your own LLM, you can just talk to AI. I'm making videos, I'm making posts, we're making posts in school and all of this. So usually what I expect you in these lives, it's good if you have coding agent installed. So everything starts from there, empty folder. And then usually the way I imagine these files, these lives is I explain in the beginning, then we all set this up. We look for any issues, errors. And so this time you would code the large language model with the prompt and then also set up the skill Autoresearch and then just let it run. So you would also talk to AI, try to understand what's going on, watch this video as well, or chat with us in the live, or chat in the school as well, in the comments somewhere. The current LLM I have is 88 million parameters, but that's so easy to change. You can just tell your coding agent to change, increase, decrease. I recommend decreasing because even like 10 million parameters or 1 million parameters, if you are doing like quick ablations or trying to understand the architecture or something. So this is the architecture of the transformer of the LLM. So we have some tokens, embeddings, RMS norm, group query attention with rope, square relu as activation function. This is good for small LLMs, feed-forward network without mixture of experts. Also better for small LLMs. And then output head that creates logits. I wonder how many of you kind of understand these things, how many of you don't understand. I guess most of you are beginners, so I would expect that most of you don't understand all of this. But don't worry, I'm gonna like make content and lives based on your feedback. If you wanna like understand more like the architecture or how to create experiments, you can comment or send it a chat or create a post. So I actually was making it run for multiple days. Now I don't wanna just let it run alone. I like to supervise, sometimes check what's going on. You could probably leave it to run alone, but you need to be aware of these errors because LLMs still have issues, even if the skill is good. Whether or not skill is good, that's not the main issue. Is that LLM can still like just optimize locally, learning rate, hyperparameters, and all this stuff. So that's why I like to check it. And the idea is that Orchestrator, in this skill, Orchestrator is like the main boss agent. He's gonna create tasks, and for each task, he's gonna launch a different new agent. Give it empty context, because as I said, there is this thing called context rot. There is just too much context in the context window. And so AI agent is kind of losing intelligence, is getting confused by the context and all this stuff. This is how they also jailbreak the LLMs. So each task is for a single agent. It should just output the results. So the orchestrator does not need to know like the thinking process. It just needs to know the task and the result. So that's gonna be it for this explanation part of the live. So by now you should have this. Now in the second part of the live, I always want to focus on answering your questions and helping you set this up, helping you figure this out. Also, feel free to ask any unrelated like questions like about your career, your future advice, because that's probably the main problem for everybody like trying to get into AI research. Like even for PhD students that I know, like nobody knows what to do when they try to do AI research. I feel like it's a lot more difficult than maybe doing like in the sense that you don't know what to do. Like when you're building a product, you see the problem, you see where you make money. But in AI research, there is nobody paying you to solve their problem. So you need to kind of figure out what you want to do. So this first part, I'm going to post. Maybe I'm also in the future going to post the debugging. Now I don't know if debugging part or like the helping everybody part, I don't know if that's gonna be like boring for people to watch or not, but I'm gonna post this explanation part and keep it every week. We will have a stack. We will have all of the previous weeks posted in school. So whenever you join, you can watch the previous, and you can, of course, you will not be able to interact because it's gonna be just a video, but I'm still gonna keep a library of previous lives. But if you wanna like interact with us, then show up in the live, and then we're gonna, you can also ask any kind of questions, not just like this, what we do here. So after this explanation, the first part of the lesson, I'm gonna like talk to everybody and help you all out.